Alright everybody, y'all's wanting to see my little marionette. It ain't exactly little. Joel, come here and stand up beside this thing so you can see how big it actually is. Joel's about 6 foot tall. This is my niece's husband. So you see how big I made this stupid thing. I didn't realize I did it quite that big, but anyway, it runs off a little ice cream maker electric motor. Everything's made out of styrofoam and old used cloth and Halloween stuff from the shop. Actually, there's lights inside the skull, and put a strobe light inside of it and got lights that light it up. And did the little marionette looking thing up there made out of wood. So, alright, Brandon, fired up. Everybody see what it does. As you see, it's too quick. It needs to be a little slower, but this is my prototype. If you look up there at the mechanics, over here, I mean, it's primitive, but it does work. It's just still too fast, and it makes a hell of a racket. So I'll just have to find a motor that's a little slower and a whole lot quiet. But we cut the motor off and leave the lights in the skull. So there's a picture of the skull lit up. But the thing's humongous. But anyway, that's my take on the skull on my marionette. I've seen something similar on YouTube, and he disconnected motor, so that sucker is loud. We can't deal with that all night, but it's a cool decoration. Once I get a quieter engine on it, it'll look a whole lot better in sound. Plus, I still have to tweak the robe that's on the thing. Alright, that's the first thing that I did. And over here I made a chiller box. The chiller box is an old cooler. Then I have a smoke machine that I've had for years. And inside the chiller box, I took and put PVC through it. Made a little net thing out of some wire, run the PVC pipe up. I've got dry ice in this thing. You can use regular ice. But anyway, you shoot the smoke through the tube up here on the top. And the guy that I seen it on YouTube, and I liked it, so I adapted it. But the only thing, everybody kept putting a bag. So I just took some other PVC and put a T on it and sliced it open up so to disperse a little bit more evenly. And so what happens, the smoke's hot. Before you chill it down, it'll just float in there, but once it goes through that dry ice, it'll chill it down and make it condensed. It makes it heavier so it will stay on the floor. So here we go. It ain't ready yet. What's wrong with it? There it goes. Alright, here we go. As you see, there it comes out, and it just hovers on the floor because it's cool and it stays low and it don't float out. Unfortunately, this is a little 400 watt smoke machine, so it doesn't produce a lot of smoke, but it does give a cool effect with the chiller box. But as you see, it stays on the floor and it looks creepy.
Feels like grape.
But that's my take on a chiller box. Of course, you can go and buy one. They're like 400 bucks. Or you can make one out of an old cooler. Alrighty. Everybody I've told about my contraptions, you got to see them. So there you be. Later on, we're getting ready to party. Have a good evening.